Okay, on this week of creating sketchbook, making sketchbooks, we're going to be doing some sketchbook doodles, Halloween, um, fall theme. So I have a couple different supplies that I have just pulled out of my art supplies. I have two black marker pens. I have a pencil. I have some markers, and then colored pencils. And I have black, orange, red, pink, and then dark green and light green. So I'm just going to be using a variety of supplies. So get your sketchbook. You're going to open up to, and I mean, I've just kind of been practicing different doodles to make. Open up to a blank page. Okay, so we're going to just do some different doodles. Now, here's what you can do with this. You can actually create your own coloring page by just drawing little drawings all over your page. Or you could just make one big drawing and then make it a coloring page by copying it on the copy machine before you color it. It has to be in black and white for other people to be able to color it. So I'm going to start off with adding just the drawing of it. So get your pencil or your marker or your crayon, whatever you're using to draw. The first thing we're going to draw is a pumpkin. We're going to do a tall, skinny pumpkin and then more of a rounder, shorter pumpkin. So this is the tall one. So we're going to curve, and I made the bottom more flat. And then right before the top, I stop. I do not connect it yet. I'm going to add the stem right there. So for the stem, and you can make it more crooked. I make it fatter at the bottom and skinnier at the top. And then you can see I do have to go back and connect it. Now my pumpkin, that's tall one, is going to be round eyes. And I'm going to make one big round eye, one smaller. His nose is going to be a triangle, but a skinny little triangle. And then his mouth, I'm going to do a frown. And at the bottom, I'm going to make a zigzag to connect it like teeth. Now here's a cool trick to make it look a little more 3D. Inside your eyes, you're going to start at the top and you're going to make the same curve to the bottom, only on one side. If you do it on the left on this eye, you got to do it on the left on this eye. It's like it's the inside part of the pumpkin where you've cut it out. And then the nose, I'm not going to do it because it's too small, but you could add a little line right there. And then the mouth, I'm going to do it top of the mouth right here. Draw a line there. Now the lines, the ridges of the pumpkin, you're going to start at your stem. And you're going to be careful. I'm going left then right. When you start coming around the face, you're going to have to stop, jump over the eye, jump over the mouth. You kind of have to, don't draw the line over them. You got to jump over them. So there is our tall pumpkin. Now the short fat one, I'm going to do them down here. So same thing. I'm going to make a more flat bottom. Stop before I meet. And I'm okay if my stem is off. I don't really want it at the very center. Maybe this one I will make a little bit of a crooked stem. And then I got to go back and connect right there. This one's going to be a little more normal jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to do triangle, eye, triangle, eye. Now for the mouth, I start over here, I curve, then I stop because I'm going to make part of a rectangle facing down. Then I curve it around. I'm going to do the same thing, one tooth coming up, so the rectangle's up. Now you can do the same thing over here like you did, but you're going to do a straight line. And the mouth, I'm going to start on the left And then again, the lines, you have to make sure you jump over. It's jack-o'-lantern face. We don't want to draw the lines. So there's my two jack-o'-lanterns. Now we're going to do a little kitty. You can make it whatever color. So we're going to make it, and again, my little creatures I create are very cartoon-like. So we're going to start with a big U. And then at the tip is where the ears are going to come off. Little triangle, go straight across, little triangle. Now I always make the little kitten nose kind of high, which is a little triangle. At the point of the triangle, I draw a straight line down, and then it's like an upside down T. Little circle for the cheek, circle for the cheek, and then the eye, a circle with the dot, circle, the dot, and you can make your cat look whatever direction you want. Now the body, right underneath the chin, straight line down, across, back up some, crossed. It's like an H, part of an H. Then I'm going to go across for the belly, and I'm only going to do one leg here. Come up to the back of the cat. And the only reason I do one leg because the other leg's behind here. We'll do it when we finish the body. Curve up for the tail. Follow it back down. And then connect for the back. Then again, you're going to come back here and do the same long, skinny rectangle for the other leg. And then 1, 2, 3. So there's your little cat. And again, I'm drawing a bunch of different fall Halloween themes, so you can draw all of them together with me, or you can figure out which ones you want to put together. Maybe you want to put the pumpkin with the cat with the pumpkin, or the two pumpkins together with the cat staying in there. So you kind of figure out how you want to do it. Okay, on this side, I'm going to draw a bat. So it's going to be, make sure I have enough space for the wings. Okay. This is the body. So they're two parallel lines. I'm going to do the same thing like I did with the cat, but I'm making his ears very pointy. And then the body, I'm kind of bringing these down. I'm going to do the same thing. Looks like little feet, but they're going to be a smaller point. So tall points at the top for the ears, small ones for the feet. And then on the end, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. Those little claws. And then coming off, I'm going to do a frowny face. And then to connect, I'm going to do, they're like upside down waves. The point is facing down. And then every point, I'm going to draw a line up to the top. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Frowny face down. And then 1, 2, 3. Point. The details inside, I'm going to draw little triangles inside for the ears. A little circle, the dot for the eyes. Then smiley face with triangles. Then I'm going to make his belly. So where these 2 points come up, I'm going to make a round, and then I'm just going to add these little tiny, like it's fur. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, let's do a magic ball. Okay. So I'm going to do a circle. But I'm not going to connect to the bottom. Now on this, I'm going to draw another so like a curved rectangle. Then I'm going to come in 2 diagonal lines off. And then the same shape I just drew under the circle below it. And now you can make whatever kind of pattern you want on the inside. Just doing little curly cues. Then what do you see in the magic ball? Since it's going to be Halloween, maybe I see some candy. Ooh, yeah. Draw some candy corn. Hopefully you see candy in your magic ball too. Add the little sparkles. Let's do a little ghost coming out over here. So you could do a very simple ghost with just a U, upside down U. I'm going to make mine a little flying ghost. So I'm making my U a little flares out at the end. And then I'm going to do a zigzag across. And then just a dot, and then an O for the mouth. I'm going to show you how to do a really easy skull, nothing too difficult. Let's do it. Let's do it over here. Okay. So it is a square shape, but I'm not going to connect to the bottom. And if it's uneven, that's even better. Now the bottom is kind of like the teeth bone, so I come down, across, back up a little bit, down, across, back up. And again, I know these are uneven. That's a point. I did that on purpose. And then I'm just going to make one eye hole, another one. Again, they're not even, they're not circular, they're off. And then the nose, I'm going to do, it's like an upside down or a triangle. And then I'm not going to color it in. I'm going to use my vertical lines to make it darker. Then you could do some bones, just 2 parallel lines, or 2 lines that don't touch, and then 2 bumps on the end. And again, I'm going to make them cross. I'm going to do 2 lines behind it. Ooh, what about a spider? Okay, so let's do an oval. I'm going to start at the top and draw a skinny line all the way to my oval. Then I'm going to do 1 big circle and 1 smaller circle. And then a dot and a dot for the eye. And 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because spiders have 8 legs. Okay, now I'm going to do a moon, a crescent moon up here. And some stars. And I'm going to do a triangle, 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 triangle. It's, again, 1 at the top, 1 on each side, 1 at the bottom. I'll make them different sizes. So you can make stars super easy. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do 2 jars of some kind of concoction or poison or something you're not supposed to drink. Okay, and again, I'm making these very uneven because that's what Miss Lawson likes. So this is the top of your bottle. I'm gonna start on this one, and as I come down, around, and back up, like I said, I like it wonky. And then at the top of that, I'm gonna draw a long, skinny triangle, and then a cork coming out. And then to make the label, I'm gonna make the same shape, and maybe I'm gonna like do the little skull, but a smaller version, and do it, actually color it in with my black. So I'm gonna leave the eyes white. Put X. Here's another version. Again, the top. And this one I'm gonna come farther out. And then instead of making a line across, I'm going to start on this side, come out, up, back down, attach it. Or this one I cut it off, this one I did not. And then just a different cork, different label. Then let's see. What about a cauldron? A cauldron is a big metal, cast iron pot. So it looks like a big circle, but don't touch the top yet. And then you're gonna make a curve at the top, 2 lines. And then you're just gonna make some stuff coming out. And I'm gonna even add bubbles coming off, different sizes. Then the little foot, just little U's, and then a handle, another U, smaller U. Got one more cat I'm going to show you. Okay. This one's a sitting cat, not a standing cat. So similar to the bat shape, except for we're not going to draw the pointy feet at the bottom. So it's like a rectangle. Then on the corner, I'm going to make a pointy ear. Pointy ear. Coming off here, I'm going to make the back leg. So I'm from the corner, I'm going to come up, curve down, then out, curve up, down, then out. I'm going to add some claws coming off these back feet. A smaller triangle inside the ear. Okay, again, I'm going to make my nose really high on the face. This one has closed eyes. Long mouth with the line. Kind of looks like a frog right now. And then under here I'm going to make the little belly. So I do a U. And I add some lines. Then inside the cheeks I'm going to add some little dots. And then whiskers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then his tail. Coming out. Looks like a frog with the tail. Oh well. Okay, so I feel like I've got a lot of things on my page now. Again, You can put them where you want. So I'm going to add some color to these. I hope you've got your supplies, whatever you're going to use to color with. So I'm going to speed myself up and color with you.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the monster